special car today. I am with Joe Clift, and I am driving your Sonett, a Saab Sonett. What year is this again?
It's a 72 Sonett 3.
72 Sonett 3. Okay, so I don't know a lot about these cars, but when you say 3, there's like a 1 and a 2.
There was 1, 2, there was V4, and then there was this 3. They were just different body styles.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so this will be my first time driving something like this. I am looking at the shifter. First gear is where third usually is. You just go straight up. So I am super focused on being careful with this car, and I'm trying to get some facts in. Did I hear that right, that you said the designer for this car also made the Nissan 240?
Yes, Sergio Caggiola designed the Nissan 240 and this car.
The clutch lets go really late.
Yep, it is high.
Yeah, it's really high, and I'm see if I can make second gear. This little drive right here. Oh, okay.
There you are.
I feel like a child again. As soon as I get out of first gear, I'm okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Immediately, serious lack of power, but I don't care. This is very fun.
That's why I've kept it all these years, because it is a lot of fun.
Oh my God, like I am a believer in, you know, the speed or horsepower is not what makes the car fun.
No.
This is the primest example I've ever been in. Like I can tell, I can feel. Of course, it's an old car. It does lack power. It's not the best choice if you're, you know, wanting to go racing style or rally or stuff. But this is really fun. Sounds angry. Like it can't produce for you, but it's not gonna give up. And what's interesting about these cars too, the way they look, this is a front wheel drive, right?
Yes, it is. All Saabs are front wheel drive.
What's the engine that this has? It's actually
it's got a 1.7 liter Ford German Cologne V4. It's 65 brake horsepower stock.
65 horsepower.
Yep.
And V4. So we're talking
V4.
we're talking like how a V6 is. There's two heads.
The
2 cylinders each.
The V6 that went into the German Ford Capri is this engine with 2 more cylinders added to it.
Wow.
That's all it is.
Oh God, I suck. Okay.
You're getting used to it. You've never driven one before. So you're doing pretty good.
All right, so I'm gonna give it one good hit in this car. I'm gonna be delicate with it, but I want to feel what it was like to, you know, in all its glory of its time. Let's see what this thing has. It's 65 horsepower. 65 horsepower. I am not starting in first gear. That's how you break things. We're gonna go with second gear.
Yeah, stick with second.
We're starting second at 2,500 RPM. I'll probably go into third, maybe halfway through, and then stop.
Yeah, good shift point is about 4,000 RPM.
Oh, okay, so don't push it. Okay.
Oh no, you can push it past 4,500. That's where,
the power band or something.
That's where the power band is.
All right, here we go. Second gear. So angry but slow, but it will find a way. I love it. This is one of those cars that say you can floor it all around and not break the law, and it have a smile on your face.
It's been a lot of fun for the 40 plus years that I've been driving it. I've always enjoyed this car.
Now, as an automotive enthusiast to a specific car, there are certain questions that dictate a green light for the enthusiast to break down many details on said car.
Okay, so this is 72. Is there anything in particular about this year versus maybe an older year that's...
And that's exactly what happens here. A lot of useful information. So I'm just going to move the camera on Joe and let him take it away for a while.
The earlier years, it was just trim. And the first year of these, 1970, that's the one year that I would personally stay away from, because there was too many prototype things on there. The sheet metal underneath the windshield wiper area, it was different because it had a different wiper motor. The horn button was not in the middle of the steering wheel, it was on the side. There were body divots for the side marker lamps and the rear window hitch. Little things like that, mainly cosmetic. 71, 72 were almost identical except for a hood badge and the wheels. 72, 73, that's where the difference came in. 73, they have a different dashboard. They have rocker switches instead of these push-pull switches.
Mm-hmm.
And they had different wheels that they came painted with. And they also had the big Federal bumpers. The Federal bumpers, I think, uglified the cars and made them handle differently. Because it's another 50, 60 pounds of weight up front and in the rear that changes your handling. All of them are basically the same performance-wise because they all have the 65 horsepower V4. Other than that, interesting cars. Just because nobody else has them.
Yeah, from the outside, this car is really small. I mean, we got lowered cars I see parked next to you, and this car still sits lower.
Yes.
This car is definitely like thinner, like it's not bulky and wide.
It's not very wide.
Yet I think you and me are fine in here.
Yeah,
but for some reason,
it's comfortable.
on the outside, when you compare it to other vehicles, it's like, wow, how do you fit in that thing? But I'm fine in here. In fact, I feel pretty secure the position it puts you in this vehicle.
You know, these seats are the most comfortable seats I've ever had in any car.
Really?
I've got a messed up back because of an accident I had back when I was in my 20s. And I could drive this car to San Francisco and not even be stiff.
This would be a fun drive to San Francisco.
Along the 101, yes.
Yes. But this was intended to be the sport. Well, it is. It's the sports car for Saab.
Yes.
Because there is no back seats. This is a sports car.
Yeah, this is a two-door, two-seater.
Is this the original green color?
Yes, this is the factory green.
Do you know the name of it?
Safari green. And this was one of the colors that people who owned these cars later changed to something else because it was so hideous. And I was going to change it, but then it grew on me and I've left it alone. I'd rather have it stock.
Here's the thing, how I feel about green cars, and I do own one. It's hard to get a green on a car and look good. Either it's really dark and you don't even notice or can tell that it's green, or either it's way out of whack, it's disgusting looking, why would anyone ever buy that?
Exactly.
And I feel like this is one of those colors, except for the fact of what car it's on. The fact that it's on a car that looks like this, and the generation it came out, and the brand that it is, it almost to me feels suitable. So immediately when I saw this car, I was like, that disgusting green color belongs there.
Now you know my reaction to it too. But my first reaction to these, I saw a burgundy one.
Ooh.
And I couldn't pass this car up for the price I got on it, plus the fact that it was a one-owner car.
Ooh, that's
so I
nice.
went ahead and bought it. And I had every intention of painting it burgundy, but I never did.
I'm actually glad you didn't. And it goes really, really well with your license plate. His license plate is guacamole. And this car is not turbo, correct?
No, it's normally aspirated, single barrel downdraft Ford carburetor. Still the original stock carburetor. At some point in time I am going to change over to Weber just because the Ford Auto lights are hard to find in good working shape anymore.
So for any of you newbies out there, if you ever get into an argument with somebody and they say all Saabs are turbo, go ahead and make a bet with them because they're wrong. My daily driver, I felt, was one of the slowest cars that you could buy.
What you have?
I can't tell you that. It's embarrassing.
No, it isn't. You're looking at a person whose first car was a Gremlin, okay?
Gremlins are tight. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're different.
I'm fairly certain it could beat this car, and I would not be proud of it. I could lose everything in this car, and I'd be happy with it. This car is amazing. It's and it pains me that I know so little about them, and when I see a Sonett up for sale that could be a project that they leave to rot, I just have to ignore it because I don't know anything about them, it's honestly not me, but I absolutely enjoy this car. What I really want is a Saab 99. That's what I really
Sure,
want.
99s are cool.
Yeah.
But if you ever find one of these and you just want somebody to look it over for you and let you know with a jaundiced eye what you're going to have to fix, what you're going to have to do, come see me.
I'll bet.
Nothing like unburned hydrocarbon.
Joe, thank you so much.
You're quite welcome, Craig. Good
Let me
seeing you,
drive
man.
this awesomely slow, fun, amazing car.
You're welcome.
And I think that'll do it for today. And until next time, guys.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe learned a little more something about the Saab Sonett. Maybe next time you see one, take a look at some of the details that were talked about and maybe just really learn to appreciate what this car is. And I'll see you next time. Keep on sobbing. One other thing that just dawned on me, is the Saab Sonett the only Saab that actually has a name that's not like 92X, 93, 95, 97X, 94X, 96, 99, 900, 9000? I just thought of that.